Ask 100 options traders if they're successful. I'm sure you'll find many that have blown up their accounts at least once, and it's all for one simple reason. They think they understand options, but they don't understand how they work. If you've ever wondered why it is that you haven't been as successful as you'd like, you're not alone. Options, well, they're simple on the internet, right? But then you realize that every move you make comes with math, charting, and even risk that you never thought about when you entered the trade. So, with options trading volume that's exploding and retail investors treating it kind of like gambling, the real question I ask is this: is your strategy built to survive the volatility of today's stock market, at least what we've experienced over the last few years? I ask because the data says that most people aren't even close, and that's exactly what I'm going to be covering today. In this video, I'm going to show you the 3 most common mistakes that almost every new options trader makes, and a feature we have here at Barchart that almost no one pays attention to. It's something that could completely change how you trade and, of course, your chances of success. If you want to avoid mistakes that wipe out most new traders, stick with me because this is going to save you years of pain. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that new options traders make, funny enough, is probably the easiest one to fix. It's not knowing the full story when trading options. Now, if you're here, you probably already know that options are contracts that let you buy and sell shares at specific prices on or before a specific expiration date. But what most of us miss is how to trade these options to make money. Long and short options, pretty basic, right? Buying and selling contracts that each serve as directional bets. And each strategy comes with its own set of risks. But when you expand to more complex strategies, like spreads, condors, diagonals, you suddenly realize that you may not entirely know what they are, and most importantly, when to use them. And that's the thing. The market gives option traders unlimited opportunities. For many, the only thing keeping them from taking advantage of those opportunities is knowing what strategy to use. Thankfully, Barchart can be a tremendous help. We've got tons of material dedicated to options trading, including the mechanics, strategies, key metrics, and so much more. You prefer reading up on a particular strategy? Well, head on over to our Options Learning Center, where we cover practically every options trading strategy under the sun, each with examples for better understanding. And of course, we've also got a ton of other videos right here on our YouTube channel. Now, let's say you've learned all the strategies that you need to know, right? You know when to use a bull call spread. You know how to maximize your income with cash secured puts while keeping your assignment risk low. You even learned the iron condor. Congratulations. Then you hit the forums. You check out the comment sections, the subreddits, and you suddenly see traders making thousands of dollars on their options trades. And then you think, hey, I'm going to get the same results. But then months pass and you're barely keeping your head above water. Well, if that's you, well, you just stumbled onto the second biggest mistake that new traders make, and that's not setting proper expectations. Yes, options give you leverage you can't match with stocks. Imagine paying a fraction of the cost of 100 shares and still getting almost the same exposure as owning the stock alone. But high rewards come with high risk, and leverage, it cuts both ways. When it works, you're a genius. When it doesn't, well, suddenly we all go silent, don't we? But here's the thing. If you chase 100% returns right out of the gate, you force yourself into unnecessary risks. So how do you avoid it? Well, Barchart has several forward-facing tools that help you set realistic expectations before you ever enter the trade. Every strategy-specific screener includes a probability metric, and the multi-leg strategies, they all come with their own risk and reward ratios. Want stock level metrics? Easy. We've got analyst ratings right on the stock's profile page. We've also got our own proprietary technical opinion on the right side of the page, and that combines over a dozen indicators all into one simple rating. Want more? Check out our trader's cheat sheet to identify key levels and hotspots. And if you prefer a hands-on approach, Barchart's interactive chart lets you plug in whatever indicator that you need. And together, these tools help you understand exactly what type of trade you're entering before you ever click the buy button. So now that you understand the strategies and you've set up some realistic expectations, there's another mistake that takes out new traders, and that's trading without a plan. Because without a clear plan, you're just gambling, entering trades just to try them out with no goal, no boundaries, and no real strategy. Planning goes well beyond deciding whether you're speculating, hedging, or generating income. You need to know the options that you want, the strikes, the expiration dates, and the levels where you'll cut your losses or take the profits. For new traders, this is a lot to digest. So let's break down the plan, starting with the trading goal. Ask yourself why it is you're trading options. Is it for a high return or consistent income? Your answer is going to narrow down your strategies. Let's say you want consistent weekly or monthly income. Now, you're looking at covered calls, cash secured puts, credit spreads, short condors, straddles, and strangles. Say you want income while waiting to buy Nvidia at a lower price. Well, cash secured puts is your strategy. It earns a premium, sets aside capital in case you're assigned, and lets you name your preferred entry price. Now, if you want to take a look how it works, jump on over to barchart.com and go to the stocks profile page. Let's jump over to the naked put screener right here. Next, you'll select your strike and expiration date. 30 to 45 days I find is often the sweet spot. So let's change the expiration date to January 16th, which is 41 days away. And Barchart's P&L tools help you identify the best strike. First, we can start with expected move found here in the P&L charts. This is going to project a range that the stock is likely to trade in by expiration. It's based on 85% of the at-the-money straddle, and it's calculated for you by both a price and as a percentage. For selling puts, you can use the lower end of the range as a guide. Here, that's around 166. If you want to limit assignment risk, just pick a strike below the lower end of the range. If you want to increase your chances, set it above. According to the screener, that $166 strike short put gives you $355 net credit, a 79% chance of profit, and lets you buy Nvidia at an 11% discount if you're assigned. Not bad at all. But planning your trade is just part of the story. You also need to understand how the clock works against you. When you sell options, you receive a premium in exchange for the obligation to fulfill the contract if assigned. Selling calls means potentially selling shares. Selling puts means potentially buying shares. And all these contracts are time-bound. They end at expiration. So a lot of new traders would think, wouldn't my risk be lower if I just sell options that expire soon, like 1-day or 0-day trades? Well, on the surface, sure, I can understand. Short-dated options don't leave much room for the stocks to move against you, but they also don't give you time to react. You don't avoid the risk, you just compress it. You have the same dollar risk, just with a much shorter window. And if you want to see why that's dangerous, just look at gamma. Gamma measures how quickly delta changes when a stock moves. If delta is speed, gamma is the acceleration. And as expiration gets closer, gamma, it spikes, especially when the stock trades near the strike. That means even small moves in the stock can cause big jumps in delta, which can dramatically move the options price. And that turns small risks into potentially bigger losses. And Barchart gives you access to all of the Greeks. And if you want to understand them in detail, check this video up here. But Greeks alone, they're not enough. That's where those P&L graphs come in. Open any screener, click the P&L graph, and you'll see all of the trade details. Greeks, expected move, volatility, and trend metrics. Each tab gives you the information that can make or break your trade. And if you're selling options, I recommend longer dated ones, at least 30 to 45 days to expiration. That gives you higher premiums, more time to manage, and more room to adjust. Now, let's say you sold that cash secured put. Do you collect the premium and walk away? Of course not. A huge part of success comes from monitoring the trade and managing the risk. And that means know your exit points before you enter. Decide when you're going to take profits. Decide when you're going to cut the trade loose. And for me, when selling options, I take profit at around 85% of the net credit. 85% of $355 is about $3. So I'll then subtract that from the original credit. And if the put drops to 55 cents, I buy to close. That'll lock in $300 in profit and completely avoids assignment from there. And when selling options, close before expiration because it removes all the risk. If the opposite happens and Nvidia climbs towards your strike and you suddenly don't want to buy $16,000 worth of shares, well, I'd close around 150 to 200% of the premium. Yes, you take the loss, but your chance of assignment all of a sudden drops to zero. And of course, you can always use the wheel strategy later, but that's for a whole other video. The point is, by trading with a plan that's backed with data, you avoid emotional trading. You're no longer flinching at every move. You already know your triggers and your outcomes. And many brokerages even let you enter all of these orders all at once. So the first step to solving a problem is knowing when you have one. That's why identifying the most common mistakes in options trading helps you recognize when you're drifting off course, understand why trades aren't working, and build habits that lead to consistent results. So what about you? What mistakes have you made? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, if you found the video helpful, do hit those like and subscribe buttons because it'll help others find the video, it'll support the channel, and make sure you don't miss out on any of our future deep dives. Well, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.